postnatal depression, I have a pretty good idea it was that fucking hippo. Seriously, I started to feel just like it, like my batteries just suddenly wore down and I couldn't get my head around what was going on. It's funny because I can only really talk about it now. It's the real reason I wrote this show, but if you tell British people that, they will run in every direction. Come and talk about your emotions. Come on. It's like trying to make Trump supporters talk about facts. Like, it's just not going to happen. But yeah, some of my friends were really surprised to find out that I had postnatal depression. They were angry with me, and quite a few of them said this. They were like, but Taylor, you looked so happy on Facebook. And I love that, because I was like, are there still people left that don't know that Facebook is the witness protection program for all parents? I mean, and it is. We put up our reality as we want you to see it. Of course we do. Everyone does on Facebook, but parents really do. I mean, do you really think the baking day went as well as we made it look? No. Not pictured was the moment that we all threw 6 fucking eggs at the wall and screamed at our child because they tried to snort a line of flour. You know, like Charlie Sheen on a Desperate Tuesday. That's the part you don't see. And there's no button or emoji. I know they've upgraded them, but there's not one for mental health issues. You know, like, I have postnatal depression. What did you want me to do? Put like a picture of my wrist with a razor blade against it on Instagram? Put hashtag uh-oh. 21 likes, I'm nailing this, you know? There's just no way to do it. But I found it such a lonely state to be in. I did what any sensible person would do. I kept Googling, have I got postnatal depression? Have I got postnatal depression? You know, if you Google something enough, eventually ads start popping up to help you. I think Google at one point was just like, Taylor, it's not looking good. You should probably get some help. But worse than that, what actually happened one night, now I'm a quitter. You know I was a psychotherapist. One thing I hadn't quit was paying for a Google ad of my old psychotherapeutic practice. It was still up there on the internet. Didn't realize that. So one night, at one of my lowest points, I Googled, have I got postnatal depression? Up popped a picture of me. 10 years before me. Much more in shape, looking young, wanting a couple of pandas at home. And it said some bullshit tagline that I'd written at the time, like, got a problem? Maybe you should talk to Taylor. She can help. And I just remember thinking, I don't fucking think she can. Hello, me. I think she's pretty much losing her mind at this juncture. It's the sickest twist on self-help I have ever heard. Now, things do get dark with postnatal depression, they do. I didn't realize how literally I would take the expression, sometimes you're gonna wanna throw them out the window. So many Americans said that to me. Sometimes you're gonna wanna throw them out the window. I didn't realize that there would be nights where I had the window wide open, just thinking like, well, I'm glad that's an option. It's an option. It's definitely an option. And I remember thinking in my muddled brain, like, am I ignoring some very sound advice, actually? Because if you change the intonation of that, this is quite an American expression, but saying you wanna do this, is telling somebody to do it, like, oh, you're gonna wanna take a left on Mulberry Street. So I remember thinking like, you're gonna wanna throw them out the window. And I remember thinking like, oh, thank God, because nothing else is working, funk. That's called detachment parenting, by the way. So my thoughts were dark. My thoughts were dark, as so many women's are when they're going through it. They were scary, really scary. And I remember like being out of my mind enough that I was thinking about that, but rational enough that I'm like, whoa, if you do that, you're going to prison. So you should think about the consequences of this. Think through it. And I was like, I don't know if I could deal with prison. Am I that kind of person? Luckily, Netflix had just aired Orange is the New Black. The timing was so great. I remember putting it on, putting headphones on with the laptop. I'm like, this is terrific. I'm gonna find out what it's really like. Okay, this is women's prison, huh? This does not look so bad right now. Are you shitting me? They're like best friends? Oh my God, they all get their own bed? They're not even in cages. That's amazing. I'd give anything to just have my own bed right now. They're showering whenever they want. I haven't showered in 7 days. Holy shit. What is this now? What? Oh my God, they're having non-penetrative sex. Fuck this. I'm going. This is like a health spa. Prison is gonna be just the fresh start I need.